Welcome. We are visiting Vedic mathematics, science, and technology scriptures. The first scripture being taken up is Surya Upanishad. Surya Upanishad is the Upanishad of Atharvaved. It is of Atharv Angiras stream. This scripture is composed in a prose form. There are 8 paragraphs. Each paragraph is composed as sentences. There are total 74 sentences of all 8 paragraphs of this scripture. Today, we are visiting the 6th paragraph. This paragraph is a complete scripture of 12 sentences. These 12 sentences are organized as 6 pairs of sentences. Therefore, the knowledge organization of this paragraph is of such organization features. We shall visit this paragraph as of 6 phases and stages. Surya Ank is 6. Surya is a 6-space body. Hypercube 6 format of 6-space body is of 4 folds, 4, 5, 6, 7. 22 is the summation value of 4 folds of hypercube 6 as a 4-fold manifestation within creator's space, a 4 space. The first pair of sentences as first phase is to be viewed as the first fold or the first chakra of the human body. Its composition as pair of sentences is to be taken as 2 as the boundary components of hypercube 1. The text reads, Namo Mitraye Bhanve Mrityorma Pahi Rajishanave Vishvhetve Namaha. Namo, salutation. Our salutation, our salute is to Surya Bhanu as our friend, the friend of this world. And this bond is in the form of giving the format for the Mrityu. The formulation Mrityu is of TC value 21. It is parallel with the TCV of Ek Ansh. Mrityu is Ek Ansh. Mrityu as of TC value 21 is also parallel with TCV1 of formulation Kritagge. We shall be all thankful. We shall be Kritagge to the Creator who has provided for as our friend of we, the living beings within human body, within bodies. And body is of limitations. Body has its lifespan. Body is to continue up till a particular period only. And then body being a manifested creation, so naturally it has its own limitations. And in reference to human body, the limitations express in the form of the limitations of the senses and of other organs. These limitations also manifest themselves as diseases, as old age. Diseases, old age, and other limitations of body are the limitations, and to be free from these limitations, that is the ultimate natural divine solution. It is the friendship. Sun as Bhanu is our friend, which is smoothing the path for the death. Death, in a way, is a migration, transcendental migration from one body to another body. Death is the carrier of the Jeev. Death as carrier of the Jeev is providing smooth, transcendental transition and transformation from one body to another body. Dehe is a formulation. Dehe is the formulation of TCV 22, which is parallel with the TCV of hyper, parallel with the fourfold manifestation layer of hypercube 6. So hypercube 6, six-space body, the body of the sun, the formation of the sun is to provide a format for transmigration for the Jeev from one body to another body. The smooth transition from one body to another body is the most graceful, friendly gift of the creations. Eve with TC value 16 and Panchama contribution of value 5, 16 plus 5, 21 is the TC value of the formulation Mrityu. Surya, Bhanu, as our friend of living beings within body, is bestowing transcendental grace by formatting a path for smooth transcendental transition for the Jeev, along with all the acquisitions of fivefold senses. So it is this smooth migration from one body to another body, which is the first sentence value. The first sentence of this twofold phase of paragraph is to be imbibed fully. The second sentence is Brajishanave Vishvahetve Namaha. the sustenance of the life in this wish, in the welfare of the wish, as a friend of the wish, is also is our reason for bowing before the sun, bowing before, paying respect, saluting the sun. The salute to the sun is the basic value. This first phase of this paragraph, as a composition of a pair of sentences, is for being our friend to provide all what is needed for sustenance during life within human body, and also for providing transcendental format for smooth transition for the jeev, along with the acquisitions of the senses from one body to another body. Therefore, one shall sit comfortably and one shall visit the values of this pair of sentences as the first phase of knowledge and its organization of this sixth paragraph of the Surya Upanishad. The second phase and stage is the enlightenment. It is the preservation of the values as that all manifested creations, bhoot, living beings, or udbhavanti, coming in existence because of the sun, and it is the sun which is sustaining this creation. It is the creation and sustenance of the creation which is the value of the first sentence of this second phase. The second sentence of this phase is the Surya Layam Prapnavanti Ya Surya So Ahamevcha. It is because of this sun that there is going to be a dissolution of the creation. And this dissolution activity, this dissolution process is of the sun as the being, individuals as beings are parallel with the Surya as the source of providing dissolution for the creations. So the second phase is a phase and a stage ahead of the first phase and stage, and it is here where the bhoot, the manifested bodies, are being the subject of chase, and the creations of entire bodies and the dissolution of the bodies is the transcendental phenomenon which is because of the sun. The third phase of this paragraph is that Chakshu, Dev, Savita, or the organs, attainments. I, Chakshu, is having divine powers of a flow which takes along the upward path to the height of the mountain, up till the height of the mountain. Chakshu, eyes, or divine organs, and this divine organ is of upward flow and of the reach up till the top of the mountain. The second sentence is that the Creator, the sustainer of this divine organ, is also the sun. Let us sit comfortably. Let us revisit the values of this phase and stage. This phase and stage is focusing upon Chakshu, eye, as the divine organ which is responsible for the flow, upward flow of the reach up till the top of the mountain. And this divinity is there because of Surya as Dhata, Surya as the Dhatu. It is the sun which is bestowing a grace by fulfilling eye organ with the divine powers of the order and nature of Savita, flow upward and at the topmost reach point, the mountain. It is this phase and stage of reach of paragraph 6 which helps us comprehend and appreciate as to how Chakshu as eye, physical eye, is a potentialized format that can be fulfilled with, it can be equipped with the divine powers, the transcendental powers. And these divine powers, these transcendental powers make Chakshu as a Divya Chakshu. How the Chakshu, eye, as an organ of human body, as an physical organ, is of foundational format to have transition and transformation from the physical powers to the divine powers. The transition and transformation of the potentialities of physical eye into Divya Chakshu, divine powers eye, is the comprehension, is the insight, is the knowledge, is the enlightenment of this phase and stage of this paragraph. One shall sit comfortably and revisit this phase and stage by posing to oneself as to how the eyes, the windows of a mind, how mind through these windows of the eyes is unfolding its different phases and stages, how the different mental states, how the different folds of the intelligence field play their role in the form of charm chakshu, transiting and transforming into diva chakshu, and the same further transiting and transforming into Gyan Chakshu. Sadhakas are fulfilled with intensity efforts to be parallel with Vedic systems, to be parallel with the knowledge and enlightenment of Surya Upanishad, shall sit comfortably and be parallel with this phase and stage of paragraph 6 of the Surya Upanishad. The fourth phase and stage is that Surya is Aditya. Surya as Aditya is fulfilling intelligence with Vidya, knowledge, how intelligence field becomes the knowledge field. Intelligence field as a knowledge field is the gift from the graceful sun as Aditya, as a composition of as many as 1,000 Kiran, Surya Rashmi. It is 1,000-fold flow, 1,000 streams flow of Jyoti, Tej from the sun through its 1,000 rays. There is a flow of intelligence as knowledge. Within each archi, within each Rashmi, there is a flow of a psalm. There are as many as 1,000 branches of Samved, 1,000 rays follows from sun, Surya as Aditya. Sadhakas fulfilled with intensity efforts to be parallel with Vedic systems shall sit comfortably and visit and revisit this phase and stage of this paragraph. Here, the Surya as Aditya is fontaining its Jyoti, which transits and transforms intelligence into knowledge. Surya Prachodayat. This sun is to be respected, is to be approached, is to be viewed, is to be faced, is to be saluted as Aditya. The next phase and stage, the fifth phase and stage, is all about the flow within Pur and the flow which is transiting and transforming of its own in all different directions, and how this flow fulfills all the reservoirs all around. It is this fulfillment of reservoirs all around which is the enlightenment, this phase and stage. For body, within body, all its organs get fulfilled with that flow of sama in 1,000 streams and fulfills to the brim all the organs. It is this unification, it is this unison of formats of different organs. It is this enlightenment, it is this reach from ang to angi, from body to its constituents, constituent organs, sustaining, retaining along the same unified format for the whole body is there because of the savita, because of the flow, because of the flow through as many as thousands savita, Shahistr Punj. It is this enriched Punj which is to be respected, to be imbibed, and finally the Savita is responsible for Dirgham Ayu, the lifespan is enriched all through. It is this grace of this Savita God which is to be respected. One is to salute, one is to respect, one is to bow before this grace of Surya. Surya Upanishad in this paragraph is taking us through 6 phases and stages for the blissful format for the entire life for each individual. Thank you very much.